What is up, everybody? Marina Gaming here, and we're back for another World of Tanks Tech Tree Tank Showcase and Review. Today we're taking a look at the Tier 9 American medium tank, the M46 Patton. As you can see here, it has a very similar profile, at least the hull does, to the previous tank, the Pershing, but that turret definitely has some changes. So it's been elongated, and then also instead of having that more flat front kind of rounded on the edges, this thing has more of a cone shape here. So this allows you to ricochet and absorb some shells from certain angles, whereas the other one was more flat across the front. But sadly enough, competing with similar tanks of this tier, yeah, they're going to go through all your hull, especially this lovely little spot right here, because you can't really hide that all that well. But then if you are not angled at all, yeah, they're going through there. They can even hit you in these two little spots up top, and yeah, that big old cupola. So let's take a look at the comparison. This is against a standard E50 German medium tank of this tier, but pretty much all of them are going to have at least 230, 260 pin with their standard rounds. So yeah, if they're throwing gold, yeah, they're going through everything. Alright, so let's go ahead and get over the comparison. So here we have the M46 Patton, and then these are the four that I see the most, at least tech tree wise, on the North American server. You also have the Char Futar and the Kunstpanzer, which are seen quite often, but those are, reward tanks, or bond tank, or whatever those things are called. The tokens for doing the battle pass. So we've got the E50, the Object 430 for the people going for the 430U, the Leopard PTA for the people going for the Leopard, and the Standard B for the people going for that Prosciutto. So you will see a lot of these. Yeah. Fun times. Anyway, as far as DPM and damage goes, this one, the M46, has higher DPM because it's got a faster reload time. So it can fire almost 7 rounds, where most of the other ones can only fire 6 or 6.5. The one downside of this is it does have lower penetration than the other ones, so these other tanks are going to have a bit better chance of going through those bigger tanks, those more heavily armored tanks than you do. You definitely have to place your shots well with this thing. But it has the standard, 390 almost across the board. The only ones different are, of course, the Standard B being an auto reloader, and the Leopard, which is almost a TD. It's kind of like a hybrid TD because it does have the excellent gun handling skills and whatnot. All right, and then we get down to shell velocity. It is very slow. It actually does not even reach up to the E50 with your gold rounds. It only gets to like 1100 and something, 1150 or something like that. So that is one downside to using the M46 Patton. You definitely have to lead your shots, but you can consider throwing more gold if you do need to get those shots through a tight window at a moving target, and you want to make sure you hit them. But yeah, it doesn't stand up to the Leopard at all, or the Standard B. Those both have, considerably faster rounds. Not quite double, but pretty close. But aim time, that's right, it's on par with the Leopard. So you can get that small reticles in place to be able to take those shots quicker than a lot of the other ones. Now, some of these are really aren't that much further, and you can use equipment to get those down. But dispersion, yeah, this is not a long-range tank. This is kind of like a medium range. Not necessarily a brawler because the armor's not there, but kind of a support tank. You're going to be using those heavies and those other heavily armored mediums as cover, and you're going to, sneak those shots in to try to help support those other tanks. Then we also get down to, yep, that's right, 10 degrees of gun depression. So that's where you're going to be ruling, is on the ridgeline. The only thing that can get close is that Standard B. Then we get down to speed. Yeah, you're slow. Very slow. Not the heaviest tank, but yeah, still slow. But you can maneuver fairly well with this thing, but definitely not going to be its strong point. Then we get down to armor. Like I said, it's okay. The hull is kind of lacking. You definitely have to keep that hull hidden. Your turret, you can take a few shots in the front, and because of those angled armors, it can ricochet or absorb the shell. But yeah, it's nothing like the 430 or the E50 at all, because you can get pinned in the side of the turret fairly easily, especially even overmatched with some of the other shells. Then you got, stuff like the Leopard and the Standard B. Those are more of sniper tanks, basically. Alright, and then we get down to camo and view range. Yep, you're a medium. You don't have camo. Or, well, not much compared to some of the others. And the view range, you actually are pretty good. With a couple of skills, I believe you can get this up to max. So in the end game, whenever you will be going up against, those TDs and whatnot, and your lights have already died, you can actually end up being the spotter with this thing. So let's go ahead and add in a few things. So yeah, we're going to go camouflage, brothers in arms, recon. Repairs is always a good option too, so never discounting that. Situational awareness. What else do we want? Going to need, yeah, snapshot, and where's my other one? Snapshot and something else that I can't find. Okay, anyway, let's see what that does to our base stats. So, rate of fire, that boosts us just a little bit to just over 7 rounds a minute. And then we also get, let's see, dispersion really didn't change all that much. Speed didn't change all that much. But view range, that gets up to 442, so almost there. Only 3 points, well, 2.5 points off of max view range. So that's definitely going to help you in the later stages of those games. So equipment, what do I think we should go for with equipment? Okay, so we got a few different options. Of course, you know me, I like Vince just because it improves just about everything. Dispersion is the main problem we're going to have. So I am thinking probably the vertical stabilizers. And then, of course, gun reloader, because that's just going to boost that even more. That's another round per minute. So you definitely can, out-trade them damage-wise as long as you can pin them. But that gets our dispersion down to 0.36. Not great, but not bad. You can take a few of those longer shots, but you're mainly going to be in the mid-range. But anyway, let's go ahead and get over to the actual game for today. So right now we've got Justice for Leo players of the GFB clan playing in his M46 Patton. And on the other team we've got, let's see, he's got 2 STB1s to deal with, a Char Futar, that's that premium. There's, yeah, several tier 10s. That's going to be a major problem. And then a lot of heavies this round. I have not watched this before. He's going to be matching up probably against, well, technically, yeah, the Char Futar. But the Borask at 122, also, those can pose some real big problems, along with half those heavies. Anyway, let's get to the gameplay. So it looks like he is running food to give him a little bit more of a boost.
Let's get this show on the road.
It's an interesting camo we've got there. It's like a constellation camo, it looks. We're on Siegfried line. Of course, my mod pack applies from watching replays, so it's got that night sky where it's not quite so glaring. And also it's got the color-coded, yeah, you can't make it up the wall. So he's using this rubble here. So let's go ahead and give him control of the mouse so we can just watch. Pretty standard setup. They got all the mediums and the heavies moving to the center area. Interestingly enough, there are none of his team is out in the field, although there's no lights, I just noticed. So that may be part of it. Very nice little shot there. And he's just sneak into a position to hit that Skoda. Yeah, see, the problem with being here is I think people can hit you from the middle of the road down that E line if you're not careful. See, he's being a little bit more aggressive than I would be. There's so many TDs that will sit back in that corner, or back along that line, that you can really get into some trouble. Same thing here. Moving out to this position, yeah, you're going to get hit. Because there's going to be people... Yeah, look, there's the Barask. And, yep, like I said, you just don't have the accuracy at long range. Oh, it looks like he hit him. Because that didn't explode on the ground. So, yeah, you can get a few of those shots in, but it's all going to come down to luck. Okay, now he's got a Caliban moving around. That Caliban probably can pin him. And that thing is a beast. Oh, yep, he's like, dude, move. I need protection. Oh, there's one round. He's taking cover. Trying to get the... Angle right. And finish him off. Boom. There you go. Nice. One kill. Already up to 1700 damage. He's got this Caliban here. Caliban shouldn't be able to hit him from that angle. There's 2 kills already. Nice. Oh, here comes the track. Yep, track that Jag Panzer E100. Track him again, so he just uses a repair kit. Missed where he'd been tracked once. Oh, nope, there he uses repair kit. That's what you gotta do with this tank. You basically use your DPM and your ability to track people in order to punish them for getting out of position. Oh, you can just complete a mission there. Nice. Let's go sit here and track him. City, because that E100 really tried to push a little bit too hard. Now he's got Skoda moving around. He's going to use... Ooh, that Skoda's going to double tap him. He's trying to use the Caliban for cover. Does not help. Oh, and he hit the barrel of the Caliban. But now that Skoda's going to be on reload for at least a few seconds. Can you get one more in before the Skoda reloads? Oh, Ram, there you go. Very nicely played. Look at that, 5,000 damage already. And 4 kills. Try to snap a shot in there. Not gonna work with this tank. 95, down. He is doing much better with this tank than I expected. Gonna flank around. He's gonna get shot in the back by the heavies if he's not careful. One hit it, track again. Thought that thing was going to drive on its side. Oh, that one missed. Okay, there's some cover back there. Boom, dead. Wow, 6 kills. This guy he really knows what he's doing with this tank. Pop that low that wasn't paying attention to his mini-map. Now the low is looking at it. See, I wouldn't have moved out there because you could tell that low was aiming at him. But what do I know? This guy's obviously better than I am. The Super Conqueror here. He's asking for help with the Super Conqueror. Use the STP for cover. Popping him in the side. One of his allies moved up a little bit too far to try to go after that low. Got caught out of position. Yeah. Those Super Conquerors can be a bit of a pain to go through the front. But he is not paying attention to this guy. Yeah, now he's looking at it. See, as soon as he turns away, he's going to pop back out there again and shoot him. Go around. Hopefully your 122, or nope, the 122 is gone. Saw that he just shot, so he was able to take another shot at him. Still behind by 3 tanks. So yeah, how many kills do you think this guy's gonna end up getting? Oh, I don't, did that bounce or something? No, I went through. She didn't show the... Yeah, you gotta move around to get away from the low. Nice! I believe that... Is that an ammo rack? I think so. Try to get around here to deal with the super conqueror. Oh. EMX got him. Nicely placed shot there. Already up to 7. The Darkness are maybe? It's getting down to him and the IS-3. There you go, there's another kill. That's good. What is that, 8? Wow. Problem is they know exactly where he's at, so... See, look, there was a shot through his upper plate at some point. Yeah, repositioning to get a different angle. So now, yeah, that guy went invisible. So got T-30, IS-2-2. Now he doesn't have an IS-2-2. There's that 9 kills. Okay, so it's 3 on 1. What is he going to do? Oh, can you get away from the T-30? Oh, so frustrating. But wow, look at that. Almost 10,000 damage, 10 kills. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the Endgame Stats for World of Tanks replay. So let's see how much he actually did end up getting. 10,000 damage. I believe he hit that Barask once after it had gone unlit. Yep, there it is. Or no, that's the Bat Chatillon. No, that's it, Barask. That's the Bat Chatillon Barask, right? Right? Yes, there we go. Alright, so 10k game, 10 kills. Now that is an accomplishment in and of itself. See, he got WoT, but I'm not even going to attempt to say that, a Pool's Medal for destroying 10 or more enemy tanks or self-propelled guns with any vehicle. That is a very difficult thing to get for us average players. The high caliber, the Top Gun, and then a ace tanker as well. So that is quite the performance. Even though he did end up losing, he was, yeah, top on damage for both teams. In fact, he outscored probably nearly the rest of his team combined. Let's see, 20... I'm not even going to attempt to do that. So let's see what he ended up doing. He ended up making 169,000. Although, yeah, he shot a lot of rounds, so he ended up only making 7,000 for that performance, but still, what a performance it was. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next World of Tanks Tech Tree Tank Showcase and Review. Weird and Gaming, out.